Hi, welcome to my page. I am Cindy with Cindy's Crafty Creations. Today I'm going to make a little patriotic craft using clothespins. When you get a clothespin, normally it looks like this, and it has a little silver spring around it. I took all the silver springs off, and then I'm going to flip them around so that the flat ends are together, and we're going to make some stars out of them. So first I'm going to work on my backboard. We're going to do a little crackle effect. So I am going to paint my backboard. I'm going to paint it black. Just a black apple barrel paint from Walmart. So let's get that painted. We'll get this painted and then we'll move on to the next step. In the crackle effect, whatever color you want coming through on the crackle is the color that you paint first. That will be your underneath color. So I'm just getting this board painted. They're going to hang off of the board just a little bit, but I think it's going to be okay. So let me get this painted and then I'll be right back. Okay, I got both sides painted. I am drying the last side. I'm drying it with a heat gun that I got from Harbor Freight. You can get these at any hardware store. If you don't have a heat gun and you need it dried right away, you can use a hair dryer. Or they have a little craft cylinder dryers you can use. All right. Now that it's dry, I'm going to, let's see, get rid of that brush. I'm going to grab a couple brushes. Use that one for the glue. Let me get my paint ready to go. I'm going to use a white apple barrel paint from Walmart on top. All right. Over there. All right. So in order to do this, this is just a school glue from Dollar Tree. Just cheap. You can use Elmer's glue. Maybe. See if I can get it open. Oh, that ain't gonna open it. There we go. All right. The more glue you use, the bigger your crackle is going to be. So the less glue you use, the thinner your crackle is going to be. So let's get a little bit on here. Make sure you cover your whole surface. This is really runny. I might have got too much because this is really runny. Let me get a paper towel so I can get some of this off of my brush. I don't think I need that much. Make sure you cover your whole surface. Let me get just a little bit off of here on this side over here. Okay, now while your glue is still wet, we're going to paint the top coat on. You're just lightly do it because you don't want to smear it together like too much. So just lightly go over your glue with your paint. And then you just do this all over it. Let's get some more paint. Let me grab some more paint. I gotta get some more white. And when you glue this, it's going to take just a little bit longer to dry because you're drying the paint and the glue all at the same time. Let me get rid of that brush. Okay, I'm going to start drying this and you'll be able to start seeing the crackle. This is a really cool effect. Let me get this out of the way so you can see what's going on. It's already starting. I can see it. Can you see it? Where it's starting? It's looking cool. It's a really neat effect. But just whatever color you want to pop through, that's the color you do first. And then you put your layer of glue on there, and then you put your top coat. But it's looking really good. Look at that. That is looking really nice. That's a good crackle. Okay, while this is still drying, I am going to set it off to the side. And I'm going to start working on my stars. I don't want to get that black paint on there. So I'm going to do one red, one white, and one blue one. Let me close up this glue. Get another plate. All right, we're done with that. I think we'll start with red. The first red I'm going to do Candy Apple Red. It's a apple barrel paint from Walmart. We're just going to paint the whole, we're just going to paint this whole thing. We don't have to do the, well, I probably will do the back sides just because it's going to hang off a little bit and you might be able to see a little bit. So I'll do one and show you, and then I'll pause this while I finish the rest. But just make sure you get every little detail painted. I'll do that last. I'll do the back side after I get all of them painted. So let me get this done and then I'll come back. Okay, I have my red ones finished. I'm going to sit them off to the side. And now I'm going to move on to my next color. So let's do our Real Navy. It's an apple barrel paint from Walmart. Same thing, we'll paint 3 sides. I'll dry them and then I'll flip them over and do the back side. And I'll be right back. Okay, I have my red and blues done. Let me see. I have the red and blue ones finished. So now I'm going to work on my white ones and then I'll be right back. All right, so here's my crackled board that I'm going to use. And now I'm going to put these stars where I want them. I have to put them together. And then I just have to make sure they're going to fit. Move this one down a little bit. Oops. So it's kind of going to be something like that. I don't want to tip it or else it's going to fall all over. So let me get my E6000 and some hot glue. I think I'm going to use these little E6000s just because it's littler surface. All right. Let me get this E6000 open. Put just a little bit on there and then we'll put our hot glue. E6000 is going to hold it long term. The hot glue is going to make it adhere right away. So we'll get it. These would be a fun little craft for kids to help with. Like they could paint them. They could take the clothespins apart, help glue them together. Okay, so there's the... Oh, I forgot that didn't have to go clear to the end on the sides, but that's kind of where it's at. I think on my white ones, because they're kind of blending in with the background, I think I'm going to take my stamp pad and go around the edges and see if that'll help. Let me see. Let me see if maybe it'll help with the detail of it. Let me see if that works. That helps it stand out a little bit better. So I'm going to do that to all of these, and then I'll get started on... These stamp pads are so handy. Not only can you use them for stamped letters, but you can use them for like outlining. They're great. Two more. But you just lightly rub it on the edges. And that will help it stand out from the background. I can already tell a difference looking at it in the camera, because before it was blending in. All right, got that one done. All right, let's get this one glued on here. All right, I'm going to get these glued on and then I'll come back. All right, I have them all glued on my board now. So it looks like that. You know what? You could even, if you wanted to do a beachy theme instead of patriotic, these would make cute little starfish too. So that would be cool. All right, let me see. I made some bows, but we'll see what they look like. Let's see. Let me see what a twine bow would look like. Let's see if I like it better. Leave a little bit hang. 1, 2. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you need more than 2 hands. Whoop, too much. Yep. Hang on. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the twine bows. I think I like them better. I'll just make 3 of those and then I'll trim them up. I think I like that a lot better. And then I'm probably just going to do a twine hanger at the end. That way it ties in with the twine on the stars. Kind of makes it a little more farmhouse-ish. All right. Let me get these glued on here and then we'll trim them up. Just going to put a little bit of E6000. I love these little E6000, the tiny ones. They're nice for letters and little projects like this. And then just a little bit of hot glue. Whoop, it slid on me. All right. Let's see. Hold this up and show you. So that's what I have so far. I'm going to put a twine hanger on here. So let me cut a piece of this. I'm going to put it through this hole. Hang on. Let me put a little hot glue on the end so it doesn't fray as I'm trying to put it through the hole. All right. I think I want the knots on the outside. Okay, so I put this through and I have the knots on the outside. I'm going to trim off the extra on the outside. And so that's what it looks like. I'm trying to think if I want to do a little bit of the twine, but I don't. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is, I think. I wonder if I should. I'm going to take my stamp pad and go around the very outside of this also, I think. Just to outline the outside. My dogs are fighting today, driving me crazy. All right. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I like the looks of it. Little patriotic star craft made out of clothespins. So I bought this piece of wood from Dollar Tree, and then I painted it black, and then I put a layer of glue, like just old Elmer's school glue. This is what you get at Dollar Tree. That I used that. Put a layer of that, and while that's still wet, I dried the bottom layer, which was black, and then you put the school glue on, and while the school glue is wet, you put your top coat on, whatever color you want that to be. And whatever color you want to come through your crackle is the color that you put on first. So once you get your top coat on, then you dry it, and as the glue is drying, the paint and glue are drying, it creates your little crackle effect. I think you can see. Kind of. And then I just took clothespins and I took the little silver spring out and I flipped them around so that the flat sides were together. And I just made 3 different stars, red, white, and blue. Added some twine bows, a little twine hanger. And that's what I got for today. Thank you all for watching. If you like watching my crafts, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. And I will be back to make more crafts. Thanks for watching, you guys. Love ya.